me not hear me a bird. Stop boy want see we gone in a dirt. Remember that strand of me here no boy you fi drive in a hearse. So bad.
This is Scene Red Yardman Reviews.
Yard Reviews, where we go over everything local. Red Stripe Premier League this week was up and down, whole heap of different results. So we're here to review the Red Stripe Premier League.
Now the first game, Reno lost 2-0 at the Froome Sports Complex to Humberland. The goal scorers were Francois Swiby and Devon Hodges. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, this was a game of, I want to say two halves, but not even for teams, but the whole game on a whole. First half, dead. Nothing really happening. But we saw Humberland come to life. Now, whatever Coach Donovan Ducky is saying to this team, it's working. Last week we spoke about his influence here with his substitutions.
Yeah.
I feel like his influence now was seen in his motivation. Good free kick, decent goal otherwise, but I feel like the important part is to see how the team celebrated with the coach. As you said last week, Humberland looked motivated, and let's see how well they can do for the rest of the season.
Now I am worried for Reno because at the start of the season they struggled. Their defense looked really good, but they struggled to find goals, and they're looking like a team that can't find the back of the net once more. They've only scored 12 goals so far in the league and conceded 17.
Not much going forward from them, and I think some of their style of play is very sloppy. You know, and I think the best way for this to be remedied is to just figure out how they're going to play football. And that's one of the things that I think the Red Stripe Premier League teams need to do, is to figure out how they play football. But all in all, Humberland came to win. They showed it. They won the game.
They're still in 4th place though. They're on 28 points, which puts them about 6 points off the pace because Moby United is leading. Now Moby United, they had a 1-0 win over another team that people are tipping to pull out surprises this year. That's UWIFC.
Right.
That one goal coming from John Barrett in the 33rd minute.
Right. What we find happening here now with Montego Bay United, experience is showing. Now we know that UWI's team is very young.
Yeah.
And when you have the experience of a team that has won the league in recent times, and then you have a team that's pretty much it's a second year in a row, but we can still say that they're fresh.
Yeah.
And gritty game, and we can say the experience won in the end.
I think Moby United started very slowly because they had some injuries at the start of the season and they had players returning to training very late.
Right.
But they also had a Serbian coach, Slavica Bazic, coming in, and his English is not very perfect because I've been there, I've seen him conducting team talks, he had a translator talking.
Right.
I think that there was some things
The
lost.
disconnect. There's a disconnect.
Literally lost in translation. So he hasn't been around. It was a short-term contract. He's gone back to Europe. Dylan Thelwell is in charge of the team. I think right now, Thelwell is finding that he has
that form that he wants from him.
Yeah, he has more of an understanding with them. I think it's coming through right now.
Well, another thing that might be lost in translation, rather than just the communication themselves, but the football that's played on the grass. So if you are used to a certain type of football and you're unable to reach to your team, they're not going to put that football on the grass. And that was a problem. It seems that they're now stepping up from that. And I'm looking for good things to come from Montego Bay United. But at the end of the day, let's not forget, it's only 1 year.
Yeah.
It wasn't a drubbing. So we can take from this, learn from it. Coach Marcel Gale can go back to the drawing board and see what needs to be done to take that next step.
And you know, you are a team that likes to get in your heads and say mind games, but Moby are the masters of that. Moby won on that strategy yesterday.
Right.
But the next game now, Tivoli Gardens FC. They blanked Harborview 4-0. Now, recently Harborview looked like they were turning a corner. I'm not so sure what's going on with that 4-0 result.
The question is, which corner? You ever watch like a domino game, right?
Yeah.
And you have somebody with all the cards and they just start throwing the cards on the table.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened with Harborview.
Yeah.
They thought that they were in the game. They thought they could get a result because they're trying not to get relegated.
Yeah.
Right? And Tivoli just take the cards and bang. Now, another thing that might be plaguing Harborview a little bit is there is this feeling that don't worry, it will get better.
Yeah, especially because of Georgina James and Luton Shelton coming back next month.
But with these results, It's so much more work.
You're putting on pressure on them to dig you out of the hole you're finding.
And then that pressure can lead to bad results.
Exactly.
So the mentality of it will get better, not going to work. The players need to go out and play harder. Coaches need to come up with strategies. Or these results will send them to the lower leagues.
But on the other side now, Tivoli Gardens, Jermaine Johnson scoring twice. And I think Omar Edwards is doing a brilliant job getting the best out of Teddy Johnson right now. Especially at his age and getting such form out of him. And keeping him so disciplined. Because you know Teddy Johnson is someone who can lose his head. Like,
True.
he's getting the results he wants from him. And Tivoli are on a 6-game winning streak right now. So kudos to them. Especially given how they started the season.
Yeah.
I thought they would find themselves somewhere about where Harborview is right now. But they're not. They're in second place. They're on 32 points. 2 behind Moby on 34.
Well, good result from Tivoli, and let's see if they can keep this streak up. The next game we'll have is a dull 0-0 draw between Waterhouse and Portmore United, but that was almost a victory for Waterhouse.
Yeah, because Admiral Bailey got his first points on the charts since coming in at Jerusalem. So,
Well,
do you see it as a good result for them?
well, for Waterhouse, any
point they can
point
pick up right now
is a good result.
Because they were on a 3-game losing streak before this.
Right. And remember, they're in 11th place. They're poised for the drop. So
And
with
still 4
Harborview
points
losing,
off the safety.
right? Well, 4 no. So
No, yeah.
with Harborview losing and them picking up a point, it has to be a positive. But no goals scored, victory is going to be hard to come by if you don't score no goals. That's what wins
I
games.
think in January they need to pick up a striker. They need to look into the Manning Cup and the
That's what I was going to say. Some youth exuberance. Get somebody from the Manning Cup. Maybe look into the KC. They have a history of having some Manning Cup players move up.
What do you think
When
about
Marcel Gale,
going there.
well, I don't know what club he's affiliated in, but Maxson would be great because he'd give him speed. But I think what they also might need is strength. They might need a striker with broad.
Yeah, to replace Puffy because
Yeah.
Puffy's still there, but I mean Puffy is not the same Puffy we know him as like
Exactly.
5 years ago.
Exactly.
They need someone with that muscle.
Right. And if Toffee having a bad game, you can bring on that youth with muscle. All right. Next
No,
game.
they're going back to Trenchtown. Arnett Gardens, they lost 1-0 to Marvelly. Now, Arnett Gardens have sort of fallen off a cliff since they've kind of released to the public that they're having money issues and can't pay players, and 16 players got turned loose.
What they need to realize is we know there's money issues. Jamaican football has issues. When you're releasing that, I don't know, is it a cry for help or is it a cry for
You
pity?
mean for corporate Jamaica to come on board?
I don't know. No, the question is what are they gaining by announcing this? Is this a cry for help or a cry for pity? You understand? So is it help us, we don't have any money, we have to release players? Or is it, when we lose,
Yeah.
no say because we're broke?
Yeah,
That not may work.
right.
You understand? And then when you have players playing, it gives them an excuse. You understand? So my opinion on that them releasing that information is, let us know what the purpose of releasing this information is. Tell us what your plans are, and your players and the fans might act accordingly.
Now to the other side of the result, Marvelly, second win in a row.
In a row, yeah.
Anthony Patrick doing well there.
Taking time and climbing up, they're climbing up the table, they're now in 8th place. And what I find is important for Marvelly is that fire that we want Waterhouse or Boyston or Harborview to find,
Yeah.
they are finding it. They are realizing, listen, we have to get it right now or in
They have a coach
March.
they can relate to because Anthony Patrick is a coach that is never too busy to hear his players concerned.
True.
So they feel they can trust him to tell him what weaknesses they have, where he can sort it out in training. They can come to him, and the morale has been really boosted since they've seen the back of Leach Sims.
You have to remember, it's 12 teams in the league, right? And at this point, everybody is close to the drum. So what they need to do is ensure that they keep that fire so that they stay far from that.
And they're only
lower half.
3 points off 6th place. I know this season. 6 gets finishing in 6th in the preliminary round gets into the playoffs.
Exactly.
And I remember one of the directors at Marvelly
Right.
saying in January they're looking to sign players because they believe they can still win the league.
Wow.
It's kind of lofty
It's
expectation.
a lofty expectation, but then guess what? That's the mindset.
Yeah, you have to think high, so if you fall,
Right. So you have some teams releasing information that they're bankrupt, and they have other teams saying, let's try and win the league. Mentality, it can help.
Now to the final result of the weekend. Jamalco, the other newly promoted team, they are their second win in a row as well.
Right.
Over Boys Town, and Boys Town are in dire straits. They're still first in the league, last place on 11 points. Still 5 points off safety. It was Shamar Nicholson getting the goods for Boys Town, but it was not enough.
Not enough. Glad that they can find a goal, but resources hitting them as well. But the players just, it doesn't seem like the club is motivated. And I can't see them coming off of 12th place, to be honest.
I think Boys Town problem was how many players they let loose in the summer. Because from that they started so late and they had to integrate players, and when you're integrating players and results are going poorly for you, you have to play catch up, and when you're playing catch up and you don't have a team synergy, you're gonna always find yourself trying to find a winning formula. It's just not working for them.
My suggestion, as we've been saying, dip into the youth. Dip into the fountain of youth. It gives good exposure to the kids themselves, and you might find a gem in the middle of that. Hopefully that can give some type of change, because we still have a ways to go in the league. On the other hand, props to Jamalco. Climbing up high in the table,
Ryan
getting
Johnson's
closer.
finding his right team right now. And Rashid Sharp is hitting form. He's got 2 goals again.
And they're in 7th place. As we say, they're smelling the playoff picture.
Just 2 points out of
Exactly. So now what they want to do is to keep that form, keep consistent. And that is it. Well, that's it for this week. Scene Red presents Yard Reviews, where we bring you the Red Stripe Premier League and everything local. This week was a match review of all of the games. We will see you soon, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I am Simon the Writer, and this is... See you next week.